So then in 72, beginning of 72, the T.R.U.N.C hégémon pour travailler, pour montrer l'école la peinture moderne school là en bas. TTC qui appelé à temps là. Technical Training School College or something like that. Qui ont ça, pas un monsieur en anglais qui appelle monsieur Ray. I volunteer because I'm an interior decorator. So I volunteer to start that school. Après, mon petit gars fait arrêter par M. David Zuber qui tient ça l'éducation pour aller temps là et qui employé en anglais dans mon place. Moi pas connais si on gagne brief madame un petit peu d'histoire Seychelles. Pour moi franchement Gio politique in divise peuple seychellois. Et il y a encore peu divise peuple seychellois jusqu'à aujourd'hui. Et je ne crois pas s'il peut rediviser à cause it's all the time the aim of politicians to do that. Instead of united the people, they divide the people. Et pour moi, franchement, comme un petit pays Paris Seychelles, je ne pas croire qu'il nous besoin politique. Je crois qu'il nous besoin un bon administrateur pour administrer Seychelles. Politique il est pour put on one side dans Seychelles.
You know, people had very divided views about what was needed, what was necessary, and why. Some people feel that they really benefited, you know, and some people feel that they were real victims.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, if we're going to reconcile, each person has to understand each other, right, in a way. So we do need to hear the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not a balanced.
But I heard also they asking for compensation, and who's going to pay for it?
Well, you know, if people unjustly enrich themselves, you know, that's one way. You know, they should give it back. Anyone listening who unjustly enriched themselves from any human rights violations, they should make a gesture and give it back, because it's about nation building for the country, right? You know, we have to find ways that we can raise money or get money.
But what about those that already been distributed to various people? How do you do that? That's another coup d'etat again. That. How many people who got land here, they do nothing with it? And how many people who got nothing? Something will have to happen. And I feel today, my country, Seychelles, is not safe.
That's terrible.
No, I feel.
Yeah, who buy this time?
Frankly speaking, the
Indians.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Indian Seychelles.
If our government, not only the government, if the political party doesn't do something about it. And then what I'm not happy with the commission, why is it there is foreigner on that commission? I'm not talking about you, no. You've been given a yes. But we have commission that the bishop is a foreigner, professor is a foreigner. Why? Who actually pick?
The Constitutional Appointments Authority made recommendations to the president, and I think the president just endorsed those recommendations. That's how I understand it.
Yeah, but the president also didn't realize this is something that happened in Seychelles, done by the Seychellois for a reason, whatever reason.
You mentioned also a foreign accent.
Yes.
What type of accent? Is it Indian, Chinese sort of, or Tanzanians?
I reckon it's Tanzanian.
So they were Africans, black Africans.
Pardon?
They were Africans, were they?
Yes.
Yes. Black Africans.
Yes.
Because if we go back a little bit, election in Seychelles, if it was fair, Mr. Rene would have been elected a long time ago. I remember 1964, 74, the last election held. Mr. Sechi from the Democratic Party says 13-2. He could have said 15-0. He could have. If today I tell you I'm going to win 13-2, I could even have tell you 15-0. Okay? And that too was Mr. Wayne and Mr. Sino for Ansopai district with 48% universal suffrage. The other side was 13 with 52%. But if he had said 15-0, maybe the next day after the election would have a coup d'etat. So they had to keep this too. But what happened that night? There was heavy rain. And in front of Mr. Dawson Wawo's shop, there in the market street, there near the Barclays Bank, the street became flooded. And the people that used to clean the road before, we call that canton, you remember that, Mr. Goin? It was so flooded that they had to come and clear the gutter. And you know what was blocking the gutter? Ballot paper. So you see how I can tell you 13-2? It's all this little thing. And there wasn't a time when they voted with token. The next day in the Gordon Square, the crab was pulling token out of the hole. All these little things that had created to cause the problem.
If I may explain something, because I was a participant in all these things. So if I may explain, the tokens were used only once.
Yeah.
In 1967.
Yeah.
The reason given at the time, and both parties agreed to, well, the three groups, because there was a Democratic Party, SPUP, and there was Mrs. Delhomme as an independent.
Yeah.
All three agreed to the tokens because it was realized that the level of literacy was going to be an impediment to people having to read a ballot paper.
Yeah.
And this was the first time we had one person.
That was the first time we had universal suffrage.
Yeah.
That was introduced in September 67, and the elections were in December 67.
But how come, instead of in the ballot box, it was in the playground or in the crab's hole?
I have no idea.
Overproducing token?
Bishop, thou shalt not judge. But you can tell him he's wrong.
Wrong? I feel it's wrong. This is why I told him, otherwise I won't tell him.
That's called being judgmental.
Because remember, Mr. Green, each and every one of us got a little skeleton in our wardrobe. Maybe I got one upside down as well too, you don't know. I think a wound that was closing, now it's wide open. Very wide.
We hope to clean it and stitch it really tight, right? So that's the aim, you know, that's what we hope to do.
With that little community that we have in Seychelles, believe me, you need a lot of thread, good one.
Strong one, a strong one. But thank you so much for coming.